Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at my honest first-hand thoughts about my time on board P&O Arcadia, and specifically what I liked and didn't like about this adults-only mid-sized cruise ship. Now, if you've been wondering whether P&O Arcadia is still worth sailing in 2026, then this video might help you decide. Now, Arcadia has built up a reputation for being one of P&O Cruises' most peaceful and elegant ships, offering a very different experience compared to the newer family-focused mega ships that are out there. But as with any cruise, there were some real highlights and a few, frustrations along the way. Let's start with the positives, and I gotta say there were quite a few. Number 1, the peaceful, relaxed atmosphere. One of the biggest selling points of the Arcadia is that it's adults only. No kids, no chaos, just a calm, relaxed environment. For mature travellers, couples, or anyone looking to unwind, that's a massive plus. The ship feels peaceful, never overly crowded, and the general vibe is usually tranquil. You can actually hear the ocean, relax by the pool, and enjoy quiet evenings with a drink in hand. Number 2, the stylish classic feel. Arcadia has a timeless classic design that's very different from the flashy neon-lit megaships that we see today. There's something wonderfully nostalgic about sailing on Arcadia. It feels like traditional British cruising at its best. Number 3, embarkation and disembarkation. Now, just like other P&O cruises that we've been on, I was really impressed with how smooth the embarkation and disembarkation were. Everything was well organised, efficient and stress-free. From check-in to stepping on board, it was all really straightforward. The same can be said for disembarking at the end of the cruise. No endless queues or confusion. Number 4, gratuities and fair pricing. One of P&O's biggest perks is that there are no added gratuities. The price you see is the price you pay, which is a refreshing change from many cruise lines that tack on a service charge at the end. The drinks were also reasonably priced, and if you're a member of the Peninsula Club, you get extra discounts too. Number 5, great staff and service. Every member of staff I encountered was warm, helpful and genuinely friendly. My cabin attendant was great, always smiling, efficient and attentive. The restaurant staff were equally fantastic, remembering names and preferences, which really adds a personal touch. And I have to say the service throughout the whole cruise was excellent. Number 6, the dining experience. On this cruise, I mainly ate in the main dining room, and the food there was consistently good. The menu offered a good variety of dishes and the service was great. Even though I don't tend to use the specialty restaurants myself, I did hear good things about Sindhu and the Ocean Grill. Number 7, calmer and less crowded. Compared to today's megaships that can carry between 5,000 and 6,000 passengers, Arcadia's mid-sized capacity of just over 2,000 passengers makes a big difference. It's easy to find quiet corners to relax on deck and actually enjoy the sea days without the rush and noise of those larger ships. Now, not everything was perfect, but some things fell into the okay category. Now, I wouldn't say the entertainment on board was hit and miss, as some of the live acts and guest performers were genuinely good, particularly the house performers who put on a solid and professional show. Others were just, okay. Nothing terrible, but not always memorable either. That said, I know entertainment is subjective. If you enjoy a mix of cabaret, tribute acts and variety shows, then you should find something to enjoy most nights. Now, there wasn't anything on Arcadia that I consider a deal breaker, but there were definitely some downsides worth mentioning. Number 1, the buffet experience. My biggest frustration was with the buffet restaurant. During peak times, it was just too busy. Finding a seat could be a real struggle, especially during breakfast and lunch. On top of that, the food selection felt, a bit limited compared to other cruise lines. The quality was okay, but the whole experience could definitely use some improvement. Number 2, maintenance issues. Because Arcadia is an older ship, obviously there were going to be a few maintenance issues here and there. For example, we had a problem with our toilet not flushing and had to call maintenance to fix it. It's not a disaster, but these are reminders that Arcadia does have some age behind her. Number 3, upcoming family changes. Now, although this didn't affect the cruise I sailed on, P&O is changing the rules for their 2 ships that were specifically adults only. That's Arcadia and Aurora. For about 20 sailings starting late 2026, covering Christmas and those peak school holidays, families and kids will be welcomed on board. Arcadia has always felt like a peaceful adults-only escape, and it's not really geared up for children anyway. There aren't many facilities or attractions for younger guests, and if I were cruising with my family, I'd much rather choose one of P&O's true family-friendly ships, like Avia or Iona, which have loads more to offer kids and teens. So overall, I genuinely enjoyed my time on board P&O Arcadia. The ship might be older, but she still has a lot to offer. The peaceful atmosphere, excellent service and fair pricing make her a great choice if you're looking to relax rather than race from one activity to another. Sure, there were a few hiccups like the busy buffet and the occasional maintenance issue, but none of these were deal breakers. In fact, they're fairly common on older ships, and P&O's crew handled them professionally and efficiently. However, with Arcadia set to open up to families in 2026, it will be interesting to see how that change affects the ship's overall feel. For me, personally, that peaceful adult-only experience was a big part of Arcadia's charm. So would I sail on Arcadia as an adults-only cruise in 2026? Yes, I would. She may not be the flashiest ship out there, but Arcadia proves that traditional British cruising still has its charm. So if you found this video helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and check out the channel for more cruise videos. Thanks for watching, so until next time, happy cruising.